Do you know the difference between the known, the unknown, and the unknowable? And which one is the real you? What do we really know? We know the world through our senses. We know our thoughts, our memories, our relationships, our desires, our fears. We know the body, the mind, the passing events of daily life. And beyond what we know, there is what we do not know. The mysteries of the universe that haven't been unraveled yet. The future. We don't really know the future. The hidden workings of nature, the depths of consciousness. But beyond the known and the known, there's something even more profound, the unknowable. Not because it is far away, not because it is hidden somewhere in space or time, but because it is the very source from which both knowledge and mystery arise. So now we can say there are three dimensions of reality that we can contemplate: the known, the unknown, and the unknowable. The known is everything we can identify, name, measure, remember, or experience. As I said before, your body is known, your thoughts are known. The sound of this voice, for those who are familiar with me, is known. The room around you is known. Your personal history, your beliefs, your emotions, your relationships, your hopes and fears, all belong to the field of the known. The known is the world that has already appeared in awareness. It is the content of experience. Everything that can be seen, heard, touched, imagined, remembered, or thought about belongs to the known. But the known is never complete. At the edge of everything we know, there's always the unknown. The unknown is what has not yet been discovered. It is the answer we have not yet found, the science we have not yet understood, the future that has not yet unfolded, the depths of the cosmos we have not yet explored, the potential within us that has not yet awakened. The unknown is mysterious, but it is still related to knowledge. It is what we may one day come to know. The unknown says, not yet. But the unknowable says something completely different. The unknowable is not simply something we do not know yet. It is not a hidden object waiting to be discovered. It is not another fact, another theory, another name, or another experience. The unknowable is that which can never be turned into an object of knowledge because it is the source of knowing itself. We can call it awareness. We can call it consciousness. It is the silent presence in which every thought, sensation, perception, and experience appears. You can know a thought. You can know an emotion. You can know a memory. You can know the body. You can know the world. You can even know that you do not know something. But can you know the knower in the same way? Can awareness become an object to itself? This is where the mind reaches its limit. You see, this is where, again, going back to Freeman Dyson, who said, God is what the mind becomes when it crosses the threshold of our comprehension, where the mind reaches its limit. The eye can see everything except itself. A knife can cut many things, but it cannot cut itself. Fire can burn many things, but it cannot burn itself. In the same way, consciousness illumines every experience, but it cannot be grasped as an object inside experience. It is not known as a thing. It is known by being it. This is the great paradox. The deepest reality cannot be known by the mind, and yet it is never absent. It is unknowable, but not unavailable. It is beyond thought, but more intimate than thought. It cannot be seen, yet without it, nothing can be seen. It cannot be heard, and yet without it, no sound could be known. It cannot be touched, and yet without it, no sensation could appear. The unknowable is not a mystery because it is distant. It is a mystery because it's too close. It's the very ground of closeness. It is the silent witness of all experience. In the wisdom traditions of the world, this has been called by many names. Pure consciousness, spirit, the self, Brahman, the ground of being, the divine, God. But every name is only a pointer. The name is not the reality. The word water does not quench your thirst. The word fire does not give warmth. The word consciousness is not consciousness itself. Words belong to the known. Concepts belong to the known. Even sacred ideas belong to the known. But the reality to which they point is prior to all concepts. It is before language, before thought, before identity, before the division between subject and object. The known is what appears. The unknown is what has not yet appeared. The unknowable is that from which all appearing arises. Imagine the ocean. On the surface there are waves. Each wave has a shape, a movement, a beginning and an ending. This is the known. Then there are depths beneath the surface that have not been explored. Hidden currents, unseen life, unmeasured vastness. This is unknown. But the water itself, the essence of every wave and every depth, is the unknowable. Not because water is absent from the wave, but because every wave is nothing but water. In the same way, every thought is made of consciousness. Every perception is made of consciousness. Every emotion, every image, every sound, every question, every answer arises within consciousness, is known by consciousness, and dissolves back into consciousness. The known is consciousness appearing as form. The unknown is consciousness not yet appearing as form. The unknowable is consciousness itself, formless, silent, and infinite. That is why the unknowable is the source of both the known and the unknown. The known depends on awareness to be known. The unknown depends on awareness to be recognized as unknown. When you say, I know, awareness is present. When you say, I do not know, awareness is also present. Both knowledge and ignorance arise in the same field. Both certainty and mystery are illuminated by the same light. That light is not something you possess. It is what you are. Most of us live almost entirely in the unknown. It is a prison. It's the prison of past conditioning. We are absorbed in names, roles, opinions, memories, plans, and identities. We say, I'm this body, I'm this story, I'm this success, I'm this wound, I'm this trauma, I'm this desire. But all of these are known. They're experiences. They come and they go. The body changes, the mind changes, emotions change, beliefs change, circumstances change. Even the sense of personal identity shifts over time. But something does not change. Something is aware of every change. Something was present in childhood, in adolescence, in adulthood. Something is present in joy and sorrow, in clarity and confusion, in silence and noise. That something is not a thing. It is awareness itself. That's also a name. But we have to use something, language. That something cannot be lost. It cannot be improved. It cannot be damaged. It cannot be contained. The spiritual journey is not a journey toward acquiring more knowledge. It is a journey from identification with the known into intimacy with the unknowable. This does not mean rejecting knowledge. Science, reason, language, and learning are beautiful expressions of consciousness. The known is sacred, the unknown is sacred, but the unknowable is the source of their sacredness. When we forget the unknowable, knowledge becomes arrogance. When we remember the unknowable, knowledge becomes wisdom. When we forget the unknowable, mystery becomes fear. When we remember the unknowable, mystery becomes wonder. Wow! Bewilderment. Rumi again. Exchange your cleverness for bewilderment. So this is the shift from ordinary perception to awakened perception. The mind wants to grasp reality. The soul wants to rest in it. The mind asks, what is it? Awareness silently says, I am. The mind asks, can I understand the source? Awareness replies, you're the source before understanding arises. This is not a belief. It's an invitation. Right now, notice that you're aware. There are sounds, there are sensations, there may be thoughts, there may be emotions, there may be questions. All of these are known. Now notice the space in which they appear. Do not try to imagine it. Do not try to define it. Simply notice that experience is happening and something knows it. That knowing presence has no shape, no color, no age, no boundary. It is not male or female. It is not young or old. It is not limited by the body, even though the body appears within it. It is not limited by thought, even though thought appears within it. This presence cannot be captured by the mind, and yet it is what makes the mind visible. This is the doorway into the unknowable, not through effort, not through belief, not through argument, but through direct recognition. The known changes. The unknown becomes known, but the unknowable remains as the timeless source. It is the silence before thought, the stillness beneath movement, the presence behind perception, the being within all becoming. And the astonishing discovery is this: you're not separate from it. At the deepest level, you're not merely a person trying to understand the universe. You're the universe becoming aware of itself. You're the field in which the known and the unknown arise. You're the mystery that cannot be solved because it is not a problem. It is your own infinite nature. So let's take a moment. Allow the body to soften. Let the breath become neutral. Do not try to control your experience. Simply notice what is known. A sensation in the body, a sound in the room, a thought passing through the mind, a feeling in the heart. Let all of it be exactly as it is. Now notice that each experience appears and disappears. A sound comes and goes, thought comes and goes, breath comes and goes, sensation comes and goes, but awareness remains. Do not look for awareness as an object. Rest as awareness itself. The known appears in you. The unknown waits in you. The unknowable shines as you. You're not merely the wave, you're the ocean. You're not merely the seeker of truth, you're the light by which truth is known. You're not merely a mind reaching toward mystery. You're the mystery from which the mind arises. Rest here before knowledge, before uncertainty, before name and form. in the silent, luminous source of all that is. The known is what consciousness reveals. The unknown is what consciousness has yet to reveal. But the unknowable is consciousness itself. And that is what you are. Aham brahmasmi tattvamasi sarvam khalvidam brahma satchitananda